Yo, this your boy EC22. This is the Fat Weather Fan channel, man. Please like, subscribe, share, leave comments. So guess what? You can join the conversation, man. We are here. Ah, as I told you before, has been chosen, or I have chosen, or the owner has been chosen, and have stated that this is the official home of the WNBA, all things WNBA, amongst other genres of sports. But hey, we're going to be exclusively talking about WNBA, not exclusive, but that's going to be one of our main sports we're talking about, especially right now in the summertime, because guess what? Basketball is coming down to an end. The NBA is coming down to an end tonight. Or so what else is left? Baseball and WNBA basketball. So let's go and get it. But this is going to be a quick review, man, just to kind of my opinion about how the season's going and how each team is faring. There's 13 teams in the WNBA. So I just want to kind of throw it out there on how I feel each team is doing as it stands right now. Just in case you want to go watch the WNBA, come here first, get it, and hear the hype, because you will not be disappointed. Let me just tell you right off the rip, the WNBA has got a phenomenal product. I know you're used to watching the guys play, but listen, let me tell you right now, the women of basketball got a product that you want to see. Just got to get into it. It's kind of hard right now because you don't know none of the players, don't know none of the teams, stuff like that. You've been with the NBA for so long, and trying something new may be a little hard for you, but stick with your boy. I stick with your boy. I'm letting you know right now, the WNBA does not disappoint. Man, let's go ahead and start off. Right now, I'm looking at the standings right now. You got Minnesota on top, followed by New York Liberty, Phoenix Mercury, Atlanta Dream, Seattle Storm, Golden State Valkyrie, the Las Vegas Aces, Indiana Fever, Washington Mystics, the Los Angeles Sparks, Chicago Sky, the Dallas Wings, and the Connecticut Suns. That's where our standings from 1 all the way to 13. So we're going to put them in these boxes. So I'm going to start out with the bottom feeders, the ones who are scraping the bottom. And let's talk about these teams right now, starting out with the Connecticut Suns. Listen, the Connecticut Suns last year was a team to beat. They got all the way to the semifinals and lost to the Minnesota Lynx. You know, I actually thought they was going to win that game or win that series, but they didn't. They lost to Minnesota, and now they're the worst team in the WNBA. When I say worst, I'm not saying like, oh, they're just garbage, but the team just lost a lot of big pieces, right? Like I said, Tina Charles and Marina Mayberry of that squad, they can't do it by themselves. They're going to need some help, and that's all there is to it. I mean, they lost Alyssa Thomas. Um, can you say rebuild? Say it with me, rebuild for the Connecticut Suns. You know, there are some good players coming out of the NCAA. So we'll see how next season is going to pay for them and what they're going to get in free agency and all the stuff like that. So we're going to see. But right now, that's where the Connecticut Suns stand right there. They're 2-11. They're not a bad looking team, you know, considering everything they're going through. I mean, Marina Mayberry and Tina Charles are still two tough competitors, but that's where they stand right now. They're at the bottom. Moving on to the Dallas Wings. I'm gonna combine the Dallas Wings and the Chicago Sky together. Dallas Wings are sitting at the 12th spot, and Chicago Sky right above them. Both of them got 3 wins. These teams, they're like on two opposite ends of a spectrum, right? What they do good is what they do good, and what they do bad is what they do bad. If you look at the Dallas Wing are heavy at the guard position. When it comes down to Arika Gumawale and our rookie Paige Beckers from UConn, all right? And then you throw in Dejanay character, right? They're strong at the guard. But our front court, yeah, need some help. Need some help. I mean, they can't. I mean, Maddie Seacrest is doing what she can as a forward. I'm not too mad at the game, but at the end of the day, it's like they just need some help. All right. Chicago Sky is the opposite. All right. They got two solid front court player between Angel Reese and Camille Cardoza. They could be better. All right. But then that's it. I mean, Ariel Atkins, our hometown beloved Ariel Atkins, man, from Dallas, man, by way of Duncanville High School, played in Texas, man. 7-year veteran, man. She's doing all she can. But, you know, I've said this before. Ariel Atkins cannot be your dominant point guard at this particular point of her career. All right. It's just saying like Angel Reese, even though she's a second-year player, she cannot be your top scorer. All right. Camille Cardozo going to have to get a little bit more from you. So that is what it is, right? You're going to have to bring a little more game. But, I mean, Haley Van Lift, the girl out of TCU, we need you. You know, you have sparks, you have some light, but then you go backwards, all right? So needless to say, the Chicago Sky are struggling. The Dallas Wings, you just need to find some more pieces to the puzzle. Man, the team, but They play hard. Chicago Sky are what they are. They don't have a lot of flowetry to their game, but the Dallas Wings plays hard. Those two guards play hard. Paige is playing hard. In my opinion, between her and a Kiki Irfin, they to me the top runners for Rookie of the Year, but they play hard. They just can't seem to come out of those tight games, right? Even today they lost in overtime, right? But that is what it is, right? So, like I said, love watching Dallas Wings, but that's where you are. That was about bottom three from the bottom, and then you're gonna throw in the Los Angeles Sparks. Now, listen, if you've been watching this channel, you already know that I have been drinking the Los Angeles Sparks Kool-Aid ever since the draft, ever since Kelsey Plum left Las Vegas and went to the LA Sparks. I just knew this team was going to be great. And if you look on paper, if you look at the paper between the LA Sparks, I mean, you talking about you have players like we were already talking about Kelsey Plum, Derek Hamby, Ezra Ray Steven, Rikia Jackson, right? Odyssey Sims. Like these are some good players. On paper, they're good, but they just can't seem to get it together. I don't know if it's coaching, maybe it's gelling together. I don't know. But they do have some key pieces missing, like Rhea Burrell and Cameron Brink are still out. So maybe when we don't know when Cameron Brink's going to come back in. Ray Burrell, so we're going to see, right? But even with those two players out, they still got some good players, right? Ezra Ray Stevens, I love the way you shoot the basketball. I appreciate the way you can shoot the three, but they're gonna need you in the front court a little bit more than the back court. All right, you the biggest player on the court. You need to get down low. All right, but that's all I'm gonna say right there. But once again, the LA Sparks, man, they be. You don't want to see them towards the end of the season when you're trying to get a spot in. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but if you need to win a game to get in, that's the last team you want to see. All right. And the season is still early. Who knows? They may get some momentum going on, especially if they get one of them young ladies back. Who knows? Who knows? I'm still drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean, it's watered down now, but I'm still drinking that Kool-Aid, right? But those are our bottom four from the bottom. Let's go to the middle of the pack. Now, we're going to start with DC. Here's another team who kind of struggled throughout through the end of the season, all last season. But man, they was at the very bottom last season. It really was. But I didn't have much expectation for the DC Mystics. I really didn't. I mean, that is what it is. I mean, just that team has never really got me perked up over the last several years. But then when you sit around and you watch the draft, and I said this to on the podcast, and I said this to some friends of mine, that is completely unfair what they got out of the draft. You got Kiki Irfin from USC, and then you turn around and get Sonia Citrum from Notre Dame on that squad. And let me tell you, those two rookies have made the difference with this squad, hands all the way down. I mean, their guard, and I'm gonna say this respectfully, Brittany Sykes, respectfully. Brittany Sykes is a top 5 scoring guard in the whole WNBA. But I ain't really just been a strong fan of her game, you know. But once again, I don't know. I didn't have expectations of the squad, other than wanting to see what Sonya and what Kiki can do for Washington, DC area. And man, they have brought a lot of energy that this team solely needed. So, and they're like I said, they're in the middle of the pack. They're fighting hard. They ain't no easy win. I'm letting you know right now. The Mystics ain't no easy win. And really, no team is no easy win because, like I say, that's a good product for the WNBA. But that's what I have. Now we're going to flip on over to two teams that, like I said, the Mystics exceeded my expectation, but the Indiana Fever and the Las Vegas Aces has not lived up to the hype just yet. Just yet, right? They're coming, right? I mean, if you look over at the Las Vegas Aces, I mean, you still got Asia Wilson, you still got Mama, I call her Mama, but Chelsea Gray, you still got our girl Jackie Young doing her thing, but Jewel Lloyd, you are supposed to be in that piece that was added when Kelsey Plum left. And just like at the end of the year last year with Seattle, you came up missing. You're still missing. Like, we see you. So it's not like a Where's Waldo thing. You're there. We see you. But you're not there. Jewel Lloyd, this team is going to need you. They're going to need you. They're going to need you, right? But like I say, they're still that team. And same with the Indiana Fever. Now both teams respectfully lost their superstars. Asia went down for a couple of games due to concussion. We lost Caitlin Clark for a few games for whatever she was going through. I forgot what it was, and both teams struggled during their absence. You know, Kayla Clark, oh my God, I could sit around and just sing her praises all day long. Outside of all the drama and the scrutiny and all this other stuff that she gets, along with Angel Reese, all that beef, the people trying to make up. Nah, this is womanhood. These women know what the assignment. They're coming to play professional grown women basketball. So keep all that nonsense out. But CC is a baller. You add in Kelsey Mitchell, and all the others, Leah Boston over there. I mean, then you throw in people like Natasha Howard, who's brand new to that squad over there. And then you got those dark horses like Sophia Cunningham and Lexi Hall, right? That's a well put together team. But once again, some other teams are just better. But I still predict them to make the playoff, just like I still predict the Aces to make the playoff. So like these are middle of the pack teams. So I mean, you got to watch them to see for yourself, right? But Caitlin is a spec like that. Watch the Indiana Fever, and I know everybody's been watching Indiana Fever, and people are like, I don't want to see, I want to see other teams. Like get all that, blah blah blah. But man, the way that they move the ball, the way that Caitlin can when I say a dime, I mean she knows how to get that ball to her teammates and where they can score well. The problem is keeping that same energy because CC wants to shoot. As much as she'll drop dimes, she'll have bad plays because she just wants to shoot the ball, right? And then, no disrespect to Caitlin, but I have to call it how I see it. She struggles on defense, and she struggles mightily on defense. I mean, it is piss poor bad how bad her defense is, right? But at the end of the day, she's prolific scorer, so hey, you can't count them out at the end of the day, right? Ah, the Seattle Storm and the Golden State Valkyries, man. You talking about didn't see this coming. Didn't see this coming. If any teams at the end of last year or in the offseason that I counted completely out was the Seattle Storm. Why? Because they had all the offseason drama and all the allegations of misconduct and all that nonsense they had to weather through. And then obviously the Valkyrie, the expansion team, they just got their team, right? I only know two players on the Valkyrie, Tiffany Hayes and Kayla Thornton. That's all I know on the Valkyrie, right? I don't know anybody else. Seattle Storm, you still got Skylar Diggins Smith. You still got Neka Gumake over there. They're doing their thing. And then, they still haven't seen a whole lot out of their rookie, the big girl, the 6'9" girl from France. What's her name? Malunga, Dominique Malunga. They still haven't seen a whole lot out of them. But man, they playing some ball. Seattle, through all the drama that they went through in the offseason. Let's see, they weathered the storm. Pun intended. Seattle Storm, you get it, weather storm. No, I'm just joking. No, but I count them out. But somebody didn't tell Skylar Diggins and NECA that they was done because they are playing like they've been playing and like they realize, like, look, we are who we are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even mad at them. And then you throw in other players like Erica Wheeler. So I mean, they're doing their thing. So I'm not even mad. I'm surprised and I'm shocked, and I can't wait to see how the rest of the season pan out for both teams. But Golden State, man, listen, it's got to be from the coach. Right now, their coach is what's her name? Natalie. Got to pull up her name. How you say her name? It's Natalie. Natalie Nakase. Nakase. I don't know. Natalie Nakasa. She is the front runner, in my opinion, for coach of the year. If you don't know who Natalie Nakase is, man, she coached assistant coach for the Los Angeles Clippers and assistant coach for the Las Vegas Aces. She won 2 chips as assistant coach with the Las Vegas Aces. And like I said, but prior to that, being at Las Vegas Aces, she was assistant coach for the Los Angeles Clippers. Right. So she got championship pedigree. And let me tell you, she knows what the heck she's doing. To take this brand new expansion team with a bunch of players we don't know other than the two I named. Now, you may know them, but I don't. Right. And got them in the middle pack. And they've been beating some pretty good teams. So, I mean, man, look, completely shocker. Didn't see it coming. Can't wait to see how the rest of your pan out for these teams. But it is what it is. Let's just, like I say, the WNBA, even with expansion team, has given us a very good product. Hands all the way down. You got to give it. My team. Now I'm going to the top of the list, right? We've already made it through the middle of the pack. So we already talked about the Connecticut Sun, the Dallas Wings, Chicago Sky. We talked about the Sparks. We talked about the Mystics, Indiana Fever in Las Vegas. We talked about Golden State and Seattle. Now let's talk about the top four teams. We're going to talk about the Atlanta Dream, my favorite team. One of my favorite teams. I got some favorite teams, but one of my favorite teams, hands down. I mean, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, in my fair weather fan humble opinion, no, serious, no, real talk. They have the best two guards in all the WNBA, the best two duo guards, right? I'm not saying they're the best, but when it comes down to duo, you can't have a better duo than Alicia Gray and our girl Ryan Howard. You're not gonna find like if you watch them play, if you watch them play, the best guard duo in the whole WNBA, hands all the way down. And I've said it a lot. I'm gonna keep saying that. And then you turn around and then you throw in Brianna Jones on that squad and Brittany Griner, who front court veterans who came to this squad to make the squad better, and they have done just that. Brianna Jones is killing. Brittany Griner is there more for more support and bringing championship pedigree to that squad. And BG is still a beast. You can't leave her by herself. Otherwise, she's gonna do what BG do. And then the girl from our beloved South Carolina, Don Staley product, man, out of their rookie, Tahina Pow has been fitting right in. So, I mean, come on now, Atlanta, stand up. ATL, stand up. All right. Now we're going to go on over to the Phoenix Mercury. We miss you, Diana Taurasi. She retired, the beloved Diana Taurasi, 20 years playing with the Phoenix Mercury, retired at the end of last season. And we didn't know what to expect. But man, did she get some help to fill that gap? You're talking about getting Satu Sabali from the Dallas Wings, who's their leading scorer. Then you're going to add in Elisa Thomas, who's a defensive beast, mid-range queen, one of the mid-range queens that we have in the league, just an overall dog. You add her along with Kalea Copper. They're doing better this year than they did last year with Diana T. All right, Phoenix, man. All right, sitting at number 3 spot. Now we're going, see, that's the top. But now we're going into the two apex predators of this league, who were the 1 and 2 last year and the 1 and 2 this year. All roads to the final. It's got to come through either Minnesota or New York, straight up. I mean, if you know, then you know. And if you don't know, let me introduce you to the Minnesota Lynx. Our girl Fee, Vanessa Collier. Dog, currently in front place for MVP. Then you throw in Kayla McBuckets or Kayla McBride. If you saw the game today, the girl was just popping threes left and right. I thought like she just didn't miss in the last couple of minutes of the fourth quarter. Just bing, 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 bing. That's what she do. That's why her name is McBuckets. And then you got our beloved, I call her daddy's girl because she's a daddy's girl. No, y'all see her father, man. He's a super fan of not only the Minnesota Lynx, but also his daughter, man. Courtney, the other mid-range queen, Williams, man, is a dog, is a beast. She looks scary sometimes but that she has a sweet personality. But man, that's their top 3. And then you go swing on over to the New York Liberty with our girl Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Anascu. Then you go in Jacquel Jones. Yeah. JJ Jacquel Jones, who was the Finals MVP last year. Yeah. Listen, those two teams, man, they ain't missed the beat since last year. They ain't missed the beat. But like I say, man, even though they're the top 2 teams, with what we just talked about with these rest of these other teams, man, the road ain't easy. The road ain't easy, but they're playing. They're playing. Listen, once again, man, the WNBA have a super product out there. And if you're not watching WNBA, you don't know what you're missing. Listen to your boy. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I would not come on here and steer y'all wrong. You got to follow the WNBA if you like basketball. Now, if you just want to see the guys dunk and shoot threes from all over the place and that's all you care about, fine, I get it. But if you were a fan of basketball, yeah, you need to be watching WNBA. That's all I have for you, man. That's my quick review of the WNBA season. We'll come back next time, man. But catch us on Tuesday. Not this Tuesday because I'll be out of town. I'll probably be going on Monday, either Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. But catch us here whenever I go live on Facebook, YouTube, man. Just go ahead and hit that button. Come on in. But if you click the button right now and click the notification button, you'll know whenever I go live, all right? This is your boy EC22. That's all I have for you right now. Please, before we go, like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Why? So you can join the conversation. And I am out.